All right, so in my phone, I wrote down right after I walked out of the film some of the scenes where I think Badlands songs would have made more sense, slash, this film is telling the story. It's a retelling rather. Like Halsey's been trying to say kind of like the same things. Like, and if you notice, her albums are basically all rehashings of the same, I don't want to say problems, but definitely the same themes, just told a little differently. And I think when it first clicked for me while watching the film that I was watching Badlands is when you see the old man sitting on a throne, you know, and he wasn't telling her that she probably shouldn't be so mean, but he was telling her that she's making a mockery of the title. You know, she wasn't born into that family, she married into it. That seemed to me, castle, obviously. Okay, how friggin' cool would it have been to see a montage of Halsey as, you know, the queen who just like is going through all of these messed up things, you know, all this abuse at the hands of her partner. And she's trying to come up with a way to, you know, murk him. And she's got this like sexy demon witch, right? And they have this montage to haunting. Like, just like, I don't know. I just, when I saw it and after I walked out, I got this really dope vision in my head of them just like having this musical scene to haunting. And, you know, I'm not saying that the songs to the film itself were poor choices. No, I'm just saying, as someone who's been a fan for quite a while, it was really easy to see how it tied together. So I think haunting, you know, to the two of them, that would have been really friggin' sick. And then, what do I have here? When she's killing the prince after he slaps the shit out of her and she drugs him and kills him. They beg me to write them so I'll never die when I'm dead. Execution. Okay, the montages of her poisoning and showing like the rape. It's showing her put, you know, the drink, and then he's ill and all that commotion, and then she is the one getting killed as well. Control. They send me away to find them a fortune, a chest filled with diamonds and gold. She married into royalty in the film, of course. The house was awake with shadows and monsters, the hallways they echoed and groaned. I sat alone in bed till the morning and crying, they're coming for me. Imagine this as a montage, okay? With those, like, dude, it's Control and the king being poisoned and after she was raped and facing all the, it's the same freaking story. Like, I'm well acquainted with villains that live in my bed. They beg me to write them so they'll never die when I'm dead. And then the guillotine scene. And all the kids cried out, please stop, you're scaring me. With her baby, her newborn baby, watching. I just, the storyline is Control. Through and through. Through and through, that's the plot. Like, I watch it in my head and it gives me chills. Okay. So she's running with her baby as the king told her, when you give birth to that baby, if it's a boy, I'm keeping it. If it's a girl, y'all are both dead. she has a choice to make, right? So she runs, okay? She's sneaking out the back door, make no sound, right? She sold my soul, she sold my, essentially, right? So she's leaving with that baby. Tell me that is not selfish, taking what I want and call it mine. Helpless, clinging to a little bit of spine. They rush me. Okay, now imagine, right? As that's happening, she's in the hut, right? And then the healer, they shush me. Shh. And she like takes her hand and like puts it over Halsey's mouth. And then it just, I don't know. And then like when they freaking go around with the tour, it just makes sense. Picture it in your head for a moment. Just picture it. It's just, there's something about the way that Badlands was produced and the way that this film was shot, that they just go so well together. And I think that, you know, at the time of her come up, she probably didn't really have all the funds to do exactly what she wanted to do and make her vision exactly what it was. Or maybe she just didn't even have the full concept yet until she was pregnant for this film. But I wholeheartedly believe at least I feel it in my soul, that this film is Badlands, is the telling of Badlands. So these are just the thoughts that were going on in my head while I was watching the film. There's probably more to tie together, but like I said, I only saw it once, and it's really not all that fresh in my brain anymore. So I wrote down what I could when I did. And if anybody else thinks that maybe there's more Badlands songs that fit in or what have you, I'd be really interested to see what you have to say, or if you thought what I also thought, or if you think I'm completely delusional, that's fine too. I'd be really interested to know what other people have to say. So yeah, comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Cool. Thanks.